Good morning, Mike.
It's Palooza time.
It is Palooza time. We have planned night and day for this for months, and here we are.
Months and months. And hopefully here you are. We got a whole awesome 2 days planned of
Yeah.
content creators. We're getting ready for the national. There's, I think still a lot of great enthusiasm about the hobby. I wouldn't use the word hype, but I think there's still a lot of enthusiasm about the hobby. Don't you think?
I do too. Yeah, I do. We there's a lot of negativity around, obviously prices coming down, but for the most part, it feels like people are still excited about collecting, which is what it's all about.
I'm actually not negative about the prices coming down.
Yeah, very true.
As a
Stop being a
collector.
realistic. Stop being a realist. Grant is right. It is early. I agree. It is 6. It was 6:45 when we got on this morning, and there's no coffee at this hotel yet.
That is not cool.
What hotel doesn't have coffee at 6 o'clock in the morning?
The one you're in, apparently.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you're
What's
out
up?
in Washington, right?
In Washington for a boys baseball tournament today.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that means I'm running the show today.
you're running a lot of the show. Yeah, and we have one of our favorite guys in the waiting room, which he'll bring in here in a second. So
We will.
we'll do that. Yep. Let's talk a little bit about. Well, first off, let me get this off my shoulders here because this is a big piece of news. I don't know if you noticed last night, Mike. Zach Greinke, first win as a Royal since 2010, comes back to Kauffman, wins again for the first time in 13 or 12 years. I mean, you were throwing a party, right? You did see it. Okay, cool.
I did. I'm a Zach Greinke will absolutely be in the Hall of Fame someday.
Wow.
So I'm hunting. I don't have his rookie card yet, and I'm hunting for it. So, yeah, working on that.
Do you drink hotel room coffee?
Yeah, not in the room. I'll go down to the lobby typically, which is probably the same. But
yeah. That 70s card show here is telling me to drink it out of the room. That's suicide, if you ask me.
Yeah, seems like. How long has that been?
Yeah,
so Otto agrees about Zach Greinke. That's good.
Good parallel.
That is. Messina's in for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Makes sense.
Smash or gently caress that thumbs up button. Couldn't have said that any better.
Right. Or the thumbs down. We don't care. I like a thumb either way. Yeah. I don't really care.
I'm pretty sensitive. I care.
Okay. I stopped caring a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through since we got a bunch of people in the room here, let's go through the weekend because a lot of you guys, if you don't know, go to benchclear.us/hobbypalooza 2022 and you will see this. You will see our we'll have some links like you could click on that and watch it on YouTube, right? Here's the full schedule. Today, obviously, we're right now on the kickoff show, a little on the fly action. Hobby Hotline, which will be their normal slot, is going to be here at 10 o'clock. These are all central. So if you're on the East Coast, it's an hour ahead. West Coast, 2 hours behind. Then we've got Frank, Baseball Hall of Fame autographs. These are just the creator/host, right? You're also going to have tons of other people participating in all of these live streams.
3 times as many guests.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to have an hour and a little bit at noon Central. Then we're going to have Scott Reindeer Studios. He's going to have 4-leaf. They're going to do dueling drawings again like they did last year. Alex Bowman 53. Andy, she blinded me with refractors. We don't know what he's doing yet. He's going to surprise us as always. Jeremy Lee from Sports Card Live. Retro Hoop Collectibles, Omar. This is his first time to participate in Hobby Palooza. He's a rookie, so that's awesome. Same with our next guest, who's in the stream right now. That 70s card show. Then we got Ray from Philly, Pepino Man, and then everybody's, we're going to have the comedy hour. The comedy show starts at with Pepino Man, Caesar, and then you've got the Cardboard podcast. God knows why we asked them to come back again, but they've been in every year.
It's been the best hour of every weekend, in my
Well,
opinion. Just
y-
total crap storms.
it's fantastic, and you got to have the right sense of humor. I happen to have the right sense of humor, so I think they're hilarious. We'll see what Bob and Mark come up with tonight. That's why we put them late night, like it's not for prime time kind of
That's
thing.
right. Can you go back up to Saturday really quick? What's
Yeah,
the
sure.
what's the session you're most looking forward to out of that?
Oh, on Saturday.
Yeah. I know they're all your friends, so you have to be really careful
They
here.
are all my friends, which is also
I'll
great.
start.
Yeah.
These all look great. Reindeer is going to be good. The dueling drawing is awesome, but I'm really excited to see Omar's and the 90s basketball inserts. That's my stuff. I know Jeff, Pat Geek Panini, that's his stuff too. So rookie performance from Retro. That'll be good. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big card art guy, and I love what Scott's going to do. I'm looking forward to Cardboard Podcast the most tonight.
Cool.
Because you just never know what you're going to get. That is like
And it
tonight.
is
If you're not
guaranteed
doing
to have
anything,
technical difficulties, as the
oh
hobbyist
my
says.
gosh, we could have all kinds of craziness happening then. So then we've got tomorrow, another packed day. We're starting off with John doing a little Sports Card Nation. We're starting a little later at 11. So if you go to church or whatever, you can hop on. And so John will be doing Sports Card Nation. John Newman, the hobby is the people. Then we've got Bench Clear's very own Tyson Banker doing a current baseball card market update on Behind the Numbers. Jason, Mr. Fisher Bike, making his Hobby Palooza debut.
And more
And then
90s inserts.
what's that?
Yeah. More 90s inserts.
Yeah. I mean, that's the flavor du jour of the card market right now.
For sure.
And then I'll even say it now. This will be my favorite hour, I think, will be tomorrow.
I'm super excited about this one too.
About Ryan Nolan Breakout Cards being live from the New England Card Show. I mean, guys don't go often live from a card. They'll do a video of a card show, but live and kind of what's going on and walking around and maybe doing some deals. That'll be pretty cool. We've got Dustin, Sports Card Dad. He's actually going to show cards, which is going to be pretty impressive. Then we've got Silver Jackify. I know his guests. That's going to be awesome. I was just with him actually in New York at a Yankees game Thursday night. We had a blast. George, Diamond Yard Sports Cards, Ziggy No, and then Maiko ending out our Hobby Palooza, finishing it off strong, Mr. Maiko. And then we'll do a little wrap-up show at the end of Sunday night. And so that's going to be. What's your favorite on Sunday? What are you looking forward to most?
There's some really good ones on Sunday. I mean, there's some good ones all weekend, but that's a new experience going live from the card show, taking offers to go deal on a card. I'm really curious to see how Ryan pulls that off in New England. So I will be tuning in from that. I mean, Tyson's stuff's going to be good. I know he puts a lot of prep into all of his stuff, and I mean everybody's going to be good.
Yeah,
Diamond Yard, the sets that made us. I'm really curious to know kind of his take on that. So it's going to be good.
He's got some great guests too lined up. So it's just going to be lots of fun this whole weekend. So let's kick this off right though. I mean, you and I can sit here and talk and BS, but it's no fun. Let's bring in a longtime friend of the show, friend of the channel. He's probably actually our biggest fan. He won't admit it.
Oh, he will admit it. That's the thing.
He will. Yeah.
There he is. And we cut his bottom half off.
Hobby Palooza. Woo!
Welcome to Hobby Palooza, Jeff.
I just want to say before we talk about anything else, Mike is 100% right. When you're in the hotel, you don't drink the coffee that's actually in your room because it's probably been sitting there for like a year. You go down to the lobby where there's at least some fresh coffee.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I don't have good enough insurance to take a risk like that.
Are we recording this? Because Jeff actually said that I was right about something. So I need to make sure
59 people just saw it. So they deserve it
for posterity.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And Mike, you are often correct.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
I didn't say always, but often.
No one's always correct. I wish that was true, but no one's always correct. Jeff, we're so happy to have you here and so happy now that you're with Panini and you've agreed to help us this weekend, being a sponsor of Hobby Palooza. Thank you for that, by the way.
My pleasure. Hey, that's one of the benefits of being a collector or working at Panini. You can do fun things like sponsor events that you think are very worthy, like Hobby Palooza.
Let me ask you this question, since you just brought that up. How, look, we've known each other for years, all three, we've all known each other for a long time, but you're a collector too.
Mm-hmm.
And now you work in the hobby like full time. How do you balance that? How does that work for you to still be a collector? Can you still be a collector?
Yes, very fair question. So I actually consider myself a collector first and then an employee of Panini America second. I think with my position, I'm technically hobby marketing director. So I'm the liaison for people like ourselves and the card manufacturer. So I feel like it's in the best interest of my role for me to be involved with the community and still collect cards. But you're right. I am inundated with cardboard all day long. I literally step over cases of cards to get to my desk. Our office is a disaster. But it hasn't lost its luster yet. I still love cards. I try to collect stuff that I'm not currently marketing because, you can get burnt out on that pretty quick. But I love cards. I've been buying, some older cards because I don't get to see those around the office as much as the brand new stuff.
So honest question. You don't have to get into details here, but I want an honest answer.
Okay, let's do it.
Because you could avoid this one. You get to see the dirty details of certain sets and cards. You get to see SPs, everything that we don't get to see.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you gone to eBay after you've seen something and said, I need to go ahead and buy that card because I know what somebody else doesn't know?
Okay, so it would be very easy to do. The honest truth is, if I'm giving you insight detail that's going to bore everybody in the chat right now, we're doing a bunch of work on our house right now. I have myself currently on a 6-month buying freeze. Doesn't include grading cards though. That's my loophole. I haven't, and I've been at Panini for 6 months, so I haven't done any of that yet, Ty. But I can't say there haven't been some opportunities where I've been like, man, that is a very surprising print run. And yeah, I haven't.
Okay.
It would be a massive conflict of interest, but I do have information now that I wish I had before I worked at Panini. That's for sure. I will say this. So one of the biggest revelations I've had since working on the other side of the curtain is that it is an actual miracle any set gets released from everything that goes through this, with getting the photos of the players, getting those photos approved by the leagues, getting the set designed, getting the set printed, getting all the autographs and materials and everything boxed up and shipped out. It is like everything that goes in it. It would shock you to catalog all of that. So I do have a newfound respect for essentially any product that makes it to the shelf.
Yeah, that is the stuff that I wish people had more awareness of, because I think they would probably appreciate and probably be okay with delays and things that happen in the hobby. Yeah, because you see like little snippets of videos in places, but you never see the whole process. You never really understand what goes into it.
Right.
I'm surprised you guys haven't put out something that kind of helps paint the picture. Maybe you're working on it. I'm sure knowing you've probably tried to work on something like that.
I'm trying to do a lot of cool stuff that is what I feel is information we haven't been given yet before, behind the scenes look. And the only behind the scenes video footage I've seen from like our printing facility is from 2012 or something, and it's come a long way since that video that I've seen surfacing. So we are working on some new stuff around, I'll be very vague, around some big products that are coming out in the fall. So that's in the works.
Gosh, Donruss. You're talking about Donruss.
Exactly.
Wrong question here. So That's a good question here from DR. What do you think will happen when we start seeing significant money put into advertising and marketing in the hobby?
Well, I think it will protect my job, first off. I mean, I don't know. I guess we would grow our audience. Yeah. I think that money is already being put in, because I will tell you this. When I first rebooted my YouTube series, Pat Geek, back in 2017, I was looking for marketing dollars in the hobby, and was just surprised at how little was going into marketing. But I feel like over the past, 5 years, certainly since the pandemic, real, like, legitimate marketing dollars are now coming into the hobby. And that's great, because it's pushing out, it's helping evolve technology, it's helping evolve the space. And we're getting more high-end marketing and advertising. Like, I don't know the exact effect that will have. I know the effect we would love for that to have is just to grow our collector base, but who knows? I mean, I guess we'll see.
I know, Mike, you have questions too, but this is really scratching my curiosity. So are you seeing the same type of influx of big money coming in now versus when you started even 6 months ago? Do you feel like it's slowed down at all?
I haven't seen any slowdown.
Okay.
I think a lot of the people that are going in deep right now have been in the hobby long enough to know that we have dips and peaks all the time. Like, this is, if you go back to the 90s, like, I can't tell you how many times we've seen a roller coaster ride, and it's either accompanied a roller coaster ride that the economy has seen, or it's just a hobby thing. But that's the ebbs and flows are just kind of the way the hobby goes, and nobody likes the dips. But I haven't seen any pullback in terms of marketing or even production or people entering the space. It's almost like people see this as an opportunity to enter.
Mike, reactions to that? You're on mute. You would think you would know how to take yourself off mute.
I can read his lips, Mike. That was rude.
I'm not. That
was really good.
I will say this. Obviously, prices have softened, but I think the infrastructure continues to build.
It's good perspective.
All right, we got this one, and I've got to put it up here, Jeff. You can choose to answer it or not answer it.
Okay.
Don't say any words, but react with emotion.
He's stoic.
Look, man, he's so good.
I'm shocked somebody mentioned that. I'm shocked.
There you go. That's all I need to hear.
I wish I could discuss that further, but that's probably not something I should discuss for obvious reasons.
Do you have awesome panini sandwiches at the office? That's a great question.
So let me ask you guys a question. Would you buy a shirt that said Panini and not a sandwich company on it? Because that's the sort of stuff I want to bring to this company. I'm a silly dude, so I get shot down on a lot of ideas, but I think something simple like that for the National would be fantastic. Would you guys rock that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, imagine a shirt that was like the real Panini and it had like bread with cards in between it. Like, that would sell out.
Ty, you saw my idea and you one upped me. I love that. That's a great idea. Yeah. What card would you put in the sandwich?
That's a good. I would put a Luka Doncic Kaboom card in there.
I was thinking RPA. It seems like it'd have a little bit more texture to it.
Put the
Doncic one of one.
Put the logo man LeBron in the middle of it.
Yes. Oh no, the triple logo. Yeah. That'd be a great sandwich. I feel like there'd be a lot going on. Unfortunately, he is signed to another company, so he probably won't be on any of our advertising. But maybe Lamine James, triple logo man, could be in there.
There you go. Some good questions coming in, Jeff. We're going to roll with some of these because I think people really want to hear your opinion on this. Obviously, do manufacturers actually see big money shifts in the hobby? I would think not. You kind of answered that. I guess you kind of answered that. We don't need to dig into that.
I want to preface this all by saying I am a lowly marketing dude. So like the
VP of marketing,
big picture. discussions about like what sets we're going to produce, how much we're going to produce of it, and like I am not privy to a lot of those conversations. It usually goes like this: everything is figured out. Hey Jeff, this is what's coming out this month. Do something with it, and that's where I come into play. So I'm unfortunately, I've only been there 6 months too. I'm still kind of
That's fair. Dutch auction evolving. Is it working? What are your thoughts?
I personally love the Dutch auction. I know it's a polarizing thing, but I think it works. If any of you were trying to buy first off the line prior to the Dutch auction, it got really frustrating. Obviously, the Panini site crashing didn't help things, but I think it's a better opportunity for us to get in there. Now, whether you like the price outcome or not, that's a different discussion. But I personally, and again, I'm not the guy that decides this sort of stuff. I think it's decent. I'm not opposed to the Dutch auction. What do you think about a reverse?
Mike, do you like the Dutch?
That's the other possibility. Have you guys seen a reverse Dutch? Like I think StockX does a reverse Dutch.
Did Ty freeze? Like look at him.
He has a very sweet look on his face. Though.
He does. He is in a hotel in Washington.
It looks like he's saying "Bless your heart" right now. Okay, there he's back.
By the way, just so you know, Julie, every year I have to go to the Panini booth at the National and get her. Like y'all's shirts are so soft, Jeff. Like she totally wants every year get me a new Panini shirt. You know.
Hey Mike, we might not have to wait to the National if there's a specific shirt.
Okay. Fair. Hey, Julie will wear your advertising all over the place.
I'm in. Count me in.
What is? I think it's cool when I want to talk to you.
Am I frozen or is Mike frozen?
I'm not. You're both live for me.
Oh, cool, good. Do you have any cool shirts you can reveal now? As is totally on the spot.
Who are you asking, Mike or? What a guy!
This is going to be given away.
Oh yeah. Mike has some good swag and certainly some good products to give away.
All right, I got to ask about the socks. Like, do people actually wear these things? Like,
I mean, I do. I'm not saying they're attractive.
I love that they're fire. Like, all right,
There's not an emoji that gets used more on Panini social media than that little fire logo. So that and the finger pointing, I'm a big fan of that one too.
So we are on YouTube right now. Excuse me. But my question is, what are you guys doing? What are you specifically doing, Jeff? I mean, I know you have a background in television and video production. You're trying to kind of bring Panini's name kind of out there in the social media realm and all of that kind of stuff. What kind of things do you have going on that is going to kind of increase your footprint in that arena?
Well, I will say this, and slightly self-serving, but we just released a trailer for Photogenic Basketball, which first off the line comes out this week, and then Hobby follows the following week. And it's the first time in my life I've had an opportunity to create high-end card content with a budget. There is, a nice marketing budget behind it. So I'm trying to, my dream is to make essentially movie trailers for sports card releases. So that's something I've been working on a lot. We're doing a weekly podcast called Going Direct. And other than that, I'm trying to up the game, I guess, a little bit on our content, but also be that voice and that collector inside the walls of Panini that people like you guys can go to with feedback or that you can just look to for information on what's coming out.
Do you have anybody cool that might be in this room coming up on some Panini content?
I'm happy you asked that. Yeah. So on is it July 13th? I believe Wednesday, July 13th. I want to say. Let me double check that.
That sounds right. Maybe 11th actually.
It is the 13th. It's a Wednesday. Ty Wilson, everybody's favorite Ty, is going to be on the Going Direct podcast talking about chasing cardboard. I should say it's taping on that Wednesday, but it'll be released that Friday. So we're gonna have Ty in house at the Panini headquarters doing some content there. So that's gonna be awesome. Been trying to get Ty to come by for a little while now, so I'm happy he was finally coming in town for a Dallas Card Show, and it worked out.
I don't think he's coming in town for a Dallas Card Show. We are going to go do a collection for Chasing Cardboard, which I know is one of your favorite shows on the hobby. So we got this question twice, and I guess I've read it twice from TW. Thank you for your question, by the way. But what's the average amount people are willing to pay for a card? That's the most vague sports card question I think I've ever heard in my life. Because
well, let's answer it with an appropriate answer. A good amount.
Yeah. The average price, I mean, it depends on what it is, what it's great. I mean, so many factors, right? That's okay.
This is a good question. This is a really good question because I think a lot of people that are in the hobby now kind of wonder this in the back of their mind. What advice would you give to a college student or anyone looking for a career change on how to break into the professional world of the hobby? What are your thoughts there, Jeff?
I mean, I have a couple thoughts. One, obviously, you can just look for an internship is obviously a good way to get your foot in the door. I know Panini does internships, but I would say this: if I was in your position, I would study the hobby, figure out where a need is, and kind of create a position that fills a void. I think there's still a lot of opportunities in the hobby to kind of build infrastructure. And if you look at other areas, like say maybe sneakers or something that's somewhat comparable, see what they're doing and then think, is the hobby doing this yet? And then if not, you can create something on your own. But I guess, if you're a college student, it's probably good to get in and just get some experience. So maybe an internship is a good way to get that started. Yeah. I'm a big fan of internships, working for free temporarily to show what you can do, and then you get in and get the paid position.
No doubt. We get this question a lot, actually, over email, and people think that we do this full time. They think that I do it full time. They think that Mike's retired anyway, so they don't really think he does it full time. But my answer to that is always make yourself indispensable. Do something where you're so good at it that people have to have what you do. If you do that, you're gonna print yourself money. You're not going to have to worry about some employer. And if you do, they're going to be coming to you saying, hey, we need what you provide. So find a way to make yourself indispensable. And you can do that in this hobby in a lot of ways.
I love that. I think creating your own opportunities is an incredibly just underrated path for people. Just go out there and, like Ty said, be the best at something and make yourself indispensable.
There you go.
Question from Mike Summer, great podcast, Wax Pack Hero, which is a great name.
What up, Mike?
What initiatives are in place to and maybe substantially grow the base of collectors in the hobby? Anything from Panini? What are y'all doing to try to build your base audience?
Gosh, that's a really good question, Mike. I wish I had some really valuable response. Right now, me personally, I'm just trying to keep up with our release schedule. So I haven't had a huge opportunity to be proactive about growing this collector base. But that would be a great question for my boss, Jason Howarth, who he does a lot of big picture stuff. But
can I give you a suggestion?
Lay it on me. Yeah.
So we all know that going to my dad's on here. Going to shows, making your presence felt, maybe not even that y'all need to have people in the room, but little giveaway packs of cards. I mean, the best way to get kids to like your cards is to give them free cards, and then they remember that, and you have somebody, either the show promoter or somebody, give it as part of a, welcome to the show pack. I mean, y'all could do, I know you do it at the National every year. You give away all these cards, the special national stuff, but why can't that be at shows all over the country?
I mean, we definitely do a lot of packs at the National, but I love the idea of just giveaway packs. I will say this, something really cool that I wasn't aware of before I started Panini was something they do called Kids Crate, and it's a box that has a few different retail SKU of a few different products in it, and it's got stickers and it's got Panini swag, the sort of stuff like your kids would love. My son, who's 3.5, opened one, and he was all about the stickers in there. So that's something we're doing. It is not a moneymaker for us, but it's something that we're putting out in hobby shops, and we're trying to grow that program a lot. We're gonna have some special stuff going on for that at the National. But I think really what we need to be focusing more on is the young collectors and just making it accessible and not running them off with, the flawless prices, because there are products for, a little bit that are much more fairly priced that are available either retail or in hobby.
Well, I know Mike Summer probably has good suggestions, but anyone else that has suggestions for Jeff, throw them in the chat. And by the way, congrats to Mike. I think he just celebrated his 16-year wedding anniversary yesterday. So that's why he's not on this weekend's Palooza. So
Mike Summer, not me. Mike, right?
Yeah, Mike Summer.
Okay.
Wax.
Is the focus of Panini marketing right now the collector, the dealer, or the investor?
We love our dealers. It is not the dealers, and I don't focus on investors, but I always have the collector in mind. Everything I put out marketing wise is geared towards what I think I like and what I think my friends in the hobby will like. And I do think that's a major advantage of having a collector in a position like mine. And if you guys will notice across the board, I mean, Nat Turner is a great example. I see a lot of collectors entering the space in, full-time hobby positions. So I think that's really healthy for the hobby, and less people that are just great business people entering because it's an opportunity to make money.
This is a good question from Jerry.
Yeah, we have tons of older athletes in our new products. Cool memorabilia from the legends of the game. So that's we don't necessarily have any products that come to mind that are strictly geared toward that, but I think we try to pepper them in. I was opening up some Select Baseball, which just came out yesterday, and pulled multiple Babe Ruth parallels. So there is a little something for everybody. And as my coworker Scott Pruscia likes to say, it's really cool seeing the older players, legends of the sport, on new technology.
I agree with that. I miss, for 3 or 4 years, Panini did Panini Cooperstown. It was a set specifically geared towards Hall of Famers. I know that's probably more of a niche product, but the reality is it's on kind of older card stock. They did have some years where they did crystal variations and all these different colors. The reality is that was really a great product for old school collectors. I loved it. Sure. But I think that kind of played itself out. I mean, how many years can you have the same guys, right? And I think that was the rub with it. It got old, which is kind of sad that our hobby has such a short shelf life for different ideas, for certain ideas, not all ideas. I mean, Topps Chrome's been around forever. Prism's been around a long time, right? So it's not everything, but the niche products like that seem to have a shelf life of 3 to 4 years. And then it kind of, okay, been there, done that. And we're ready to move on to something else, which is not good, but bringing that back, releasing that once every 5 years or something might be something which is hard to do. I bet you don't want to ramp up a product only not to have it continue. Your goal isn't to, let's start a product that we're going to get rid of.
Yeah.
Dude, this is my freaking show. I can talk all I want. Actually, I've
always wondered that, though, like cardboard stock printed like thin glossy chrome paper. Which one's the most expensive?
The marketing guy isn't privy to a lot of this, but I would guess it's the chrome, just because it's a little tougher to come by that stock. But I think cardboard is cardboard. I think it's all fairly priced, regardless of the thickness. But
Yeah.
I am not a card printer. I am the guy who occasionally gives away a really cool brand new basketball product at Hobby Palooza 2022. You guys want to talk about this?
Oh yeah. Let's
So
bring that up where you
Oh,
can see
whoa.
it.
I got the screen to myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to do a giveaway. Guys, big picture, my role in the hobby should be to spread good vibes and spread information and just make sure all of my collector friends are having fun. And to do that this morning, so this is Photogenic Basketball. This is a brand new product that we just put out. It's online exclusive. Whoa. Speaking of collectors, what's up,
Look
buddy?
at that.
Look at that.
This is young Fox Hofer, 3.5. He's a collector.
What's up, man?
You like? Oh, good. Okay. Hey, you got the Fox seal of approval here. So, this is a brand new product. It's sold out in our online store, so it's not available online. I think it's going to be going out to hobby retailers soon. But I figured we would give out a box because it's a fun product.
How are you going to do that, Jeff?
Fox, who do you think should win it?
What do you mean?
Well, fair question. Okay, let's do this. So we have a podcast, a Panini podcast called Going Direct. Ty's going to be on it in a couple weeks. I'm going to make this simple. So the first person in the chat to respond with who our most recent guest was on the show will win this box.
Wow.
I will be the judge, by the way. So if you get mad at anybody, it's not going to be Jeff. It's going to be me. But Jeff, you will have to say who, once somebody puts the correct answer.
I'm looking at the chat right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's searching, clicking.
There's 80-some people.
Yeah,
They're all
I
clicking
see John Newman.
over to
What's up,
YouTube
John?
fast as possible.
They're all looking like, oh, Panini has a podcast? What?
And while you're there, smash that like button and make sure to subscribe.
We've got 32 thumbs up right now. Thank you, guys. We should have 80 because we have 80 people watching. Like, I don't understand. But whatever.
Not Josh Luber. That would
like
be an
this.
interesting show.
I think Mike needs a Cooperstown kaboom. I like that.
I'll give you guys a hint. The podcast is called Going Direct. So if you search Panini Going Direct in YouTube, these are some great guests. It's not Tracy Hackler. Shout out Tracy Hackler, though. He was on the show recently, but it's the most recent guest.
Wait, what is this? I am totally a baseball guy only. Come on. Courtney Hetty?
That's the one. So,
Davin Sports
Staven
Card.
Sports Cards. That's our guy.
Oh, Mike Summer was close, but not close enough. So how can Staven claim his box, Jeff?
You just swing by the Panini office on Monday. And I'll mail this out to you. So if you want to reach out to me, I'm on social media. Just shoot me a DM. You can go to Instagram or Twitter. Those two would be your best bet. I'm at PackGeek, PackGeek, just like it sounds. And
Right there on your screen.
So,
Hey, Staven, why don't you put your why don't you tell us what your Twitter handle is real quick so we don't have any fakers getting that
that
free
would be
box.
very helpful.
Yeah, people will be going. You're getting all these DMs right now. I won that box. Thanks, man.
I'm Staven.
I'm that guy. So if he has a Twitter and Instagram handle, Staven, make sure you put it here so we can verify who you are.
Well, that was super nice of you, man, to do that. Thanks for giving
Yeah.
that box away.
My
And all the other
pleasure.
product
I'm
that
a
you
big fan of
provided.
this product, so I'm excited for you guys to get your hands on some.
Why do you like that product so much? I mean, I know it's got
It's
some pretty decent hype behind it.
it's cool. First off, very fairly priced. I want to say these boxes, and this is all relative before I get flamed for this. I think boxes were $165 a pop for a hobby box, which this day and age is very fair. They're great looking cards, very like photography focused. Photogenic is not just a clever name, and it's got a good rookie class. So I think it's super cool. You guys decide for yourself. And I was able to make a really fun trailer behind this release. So it kind of shows off some of the cool cards if you're on Panini's social media.
Beautiful.
Did we get Staven's?
I'm waiting for it real quick. Yeah.
Okay, there he is. Thank you.
There it is.
So much. Oh,
Bing, bing, bing.
I'm writing that down.
Well, speaking of what you just said about fairly priced, Tom here, Cooterlev, has a question. Cost is a barrier to entry for many families. How do you sustain the hobby if a large portion of sports fans can no longer afford to participate at current retail prices? Any strategies?
Yeah, honestly, dogs answered best, but I think that's on us. I mean, we need to figure out price points where people can enter. It's pure chaos around the house right now.
What?
He's breaking down.
Second.
So he's answering that question, and he's going to say lower the prices and provide more product. But like at the end of the day, you can't stop a flipper from taking a product and doubling the money. Like you can't stop that from happening.
And that's exactly right. The secondary market prices we can't help what people are selling for and what people are willing to buy at. But I do think as far as retail goes, like that's on us. We need to be putting out. We need to make it more accessible to collectors. It needs to be on the shelves. There needs to be plenty out there. There needs to be prices that, again, I'm not the guy that sets the prices. I'm on your guys' side because I even buy cards every time I go to Target. So I agree. 100% it needs to be sustainable, and that is on Panini.
Well, Jeff, I don't know if Ty's still there. There he is.
Did we just get a tip?
Well, we need to let you go because we're going to explain that. We got a couple things to do before we get off this stream and start the day. But man, thanks for giving away that box. Thanks for all the stuff that we're going to be doing this weekend. Appreciate your support and your help and your friendship. Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure. It's great to see you guys. Thank you for having me back. Congrats on this year 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year 3.
3.0. I love it. Awesome. The lineup
Thanks,
is
Jeff.
amazing. I'm excited for you guys. And thanks for letting me jump on this morning.
All right, my friend. We'll see you soon.
Good stuff.
All right. See
Thanks,
y'all.
Jeff.
See ya.
Bye.
Now it's just you
Whew.
and me.
Just you and me back together. Sorry for my connection, man. I've been trying to fix it. It is what it is. I can't do much about it.
It's okay. Put the on
There
the
you
fly
go.
banner back up here.
Yeah. So that's a perfect segue. So we just got this super chat here. Thank you for that, Justin. So here's what we're doing for the weekend. If you go to the website, which you had up there just a second ago, maybe you can throw it up again. Mike, we're gonna be giving away multiple boxes that were provided by Panini for this weekend. And the way we're going to be giving those away is through a raffle. And you can buy entries into the raffle for $10 each. And
is it $10 each?
Yep.
Okay.
So $10 a raffle ticket. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what everyone's been provided. Now, here's the deal. So we're going to give away all these on Monday, which is going to be our typical on the fly time slot, because that's when we'll get basically the printout, the readout of everyone that's super chatted.
So let me correct you real quick. The way we're doing the super chats, $5 gets you 1 entry, $20 gets you 5 entries, $50 gets you 15 entries, and $100 gets you 40 entries into the raffle.
Trying to see if we can throw that up real quick. I'll put that on the site so people don't get confused.
Yeah.
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 So we'll be giving away. Yeah, I should put it right there. We'll be giving away all those boxes in a drawing. Now, the best part about this, we're not taking money for ourselves in this. 30% I think goes to YouTube for the super chats. 30% will be going to one of our favorite organizations, Signatures for Soldiers. So we'll be giving them a check at the National from you guys. And then the other 30%, well, 30 more percent will be going to one of the random content creators for the weekend, just as a way to say thanks for all the content you put out. Here's a nice little bonus check for you to spend on yourself. And then we'll have a little bit left over, about 10% to save for any other things that pop up that we need to take care of this weekend for some people. So just know that this is not going into our pockets. This is going back into the hobby and going to some people that we know will appreciate it. So yeah. So there's some really good boxes. You saw that one. I think there's a Prism hobby box. That's $1,500 box, $1,000 box.
I've got
and then multiple
Prism
good boxes.
football hobby we're giving away. I've got, I don't know, there's a whole list of them on the website, so you can go check that out.
There you go. So throughout the weekend, any show, everything's gonna be on Bench Curse. So whenever you super chat, you get an entry. We'll give an update maybe tomorrow morning of kind of how many entries approximately we have. And then if you want to throw your support out there, raffle, good luck. Hope you guys win some good boxes.
Absolutely. Any final thought? It was cool to have Jeff on to talk about kind of what's going on, and y'all had some good questions. The chats are always the funnest part about doing live streams, because you get so many questions we weren't even able to address. But so how many prizes will there be is what Ziggy's asking. Sorry.
There's 7 boxes right now from Panini. And here's the deal. I mean, this is not individual host will be giving away things as well, but these are the kind of the grand prizes that Panini's given us to give away at the end. And then we might have some more things that we've heard could potentially be thrown into the pot there at the end. So just stay tuned, but at least 7 boxes.
Yep.
So
I actually think I have 8 here, and then Jeff just gave one away, another one.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no doubt. Well, cool. Well, here we are, man. We're getting ready to roll into the next show. Yeah. We're good. We're trying to end 10 minutes early. We did it for once.
I know.
It's going to be a great weekend.
I'm excited.
Thank you for all the work you've done behind us, man. Thanks for making this happen.
Oh, you too. It takes a village, to do something like this. And we're going to have a great time. Make sure you're checking on the website like all weekend. Like, you can just have the website up. There's links there to the YouTube feeds for their live stream. So if there's a show you want to miss, make sure you go there now, click, notify me or whatever. Make sure you're supporting all the guys, come have a great chat, listen, give them thumbs up, all those different things. Hopefully you'll learn about some great channels over the weekend that you may not have been familiar with. And we just hit 100 people watching this live stream right as we're about to finish. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of this. We really appreciate it. It's a great hobby event.
Heck yeah. All right, go Sasquatch.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off here. Oh, we just got a super chat from Jeremy. Thank you. Oh, that's Canadian. So that's really like $4 US. So
hold on. They're still converting.
Right. We'll have to do the conversion on that. It's going to be a little bit weird. We'll figure that out. No, it's all good. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
So
cool. All right. Hey, rock and roll.
See y'all in a little bit on the next stream. Thank you.